So welcome back to my third video series of critical listening. So here we are going to talk about perspective. So see, in my previous video I was discussing more about the level of perception. So you might not agree with what the speaker is saying. Sometimes we don't agree with people. You might have a conflict of interest. So but it is important to know their perspective. So you just think about it. So how to make a perspective in a better way? So think about the situation, think about the standard of the speaker, how he is trying to convey the message to you, and what sort of the situation is it. Try to understand it and try and keep yourself in their situation. So empathize. So you have to empathize to know the perspective level. Draw a picture of the information communicated to you. Think about their life challenges and background to draw a better conclusion. If a speaker is sad, then convey your feelings with appropriate expression. So empathizing is an important skill for good listening. So in this way you can understand the perception of the other person. And fourth point is that don't bombard with senseless questions. So see, I have been to many Viva voices after my PhD, and I have listened to many people. They just ask questions for namesake. So please don't bombard with senseless questions. That is also very important in critical listening. Why? Because do not ask unimportant questions. Questions are important to draw an accurate conclusion. So people, they don't know what question they are just asking, but they are asking questions. But ask in a way that they help you to boost up your understanding of the situation. For example, if an employee is narrating about his or her confrontation with the boss, then don't interrupt and start narrating about your family trip. It is baseless to drift the conversation. So, and if you are a good critical listener, and make sure you get conversation back on track amidst this, wait for the speaker to take pause and take your questions. With this, you will have room for shooting the right questions. So, and also after the session is over, maybe you are listening to a speaker, she is giving you a big presentation, or else you are going to write a government exam and you are taking up a class, whatever it may be. Give a honest feedback. If you really understand, if you really enjoy the session, please give the honest feedback. Why? Because all the public speakers, they are concentrating, they are putting a lot of efforts to make people think, understand, interpret, evaluate, etc. So after the speaker winds up, give him or her a honest reply or honest feedback. Show them that you understand their feelings. This assures the speaker that you are a good listener. So moreover, take notes while hearing the conversation. It will help in accessing your understanding and acknowledging any incomplete information. Also, while giving feedback, summarize only the points that were mentioned. That will be avoiding any confusion while making a decision. Well, now you know how to improve your critical listening. So these are the 5 important points. So I'm going to just recap the 5 important points. Stay away from, first one is that stay away from distraction. Second one is that know your perceptions, know others' perceptions. Don't bombard with senseless questions. Give honest feedback. So these are all the 5 critical listening concepts which you have to definitely follow, and in this way you can improve your critical listening. See, for example, I'll tell you another example, that we are going for a movie. So 3 hours, all the 3 hours we stay focused. We really don't know what is happening the other side. We are just concentrating, focusing on all the plot, settings, characters, whatever coming in front of our eyes. We are just concentrating more. So why is that? Why? Because we are much interested. That's why we are concentrating much on the movie. So when it comes to communication, then why we are not much giving importance to the person who is speaking? Why we don't have a habit of critical listening? See, when you are in work or when you are in somewhere else, this critical listening will help you to achieve lot of success. So finally, I'm going to end up my video series 3 with a quote by Roy T. Bennett, an author. He has just summed up: listen with curiosity, speak with honesty, act with integrity. The greatest problem with communication is we don't listen to understand, we listen to reply. So when we listen with curiosity, we don't listen with the intent to reply, we listen for what behind the words. Thank you so much.